In this video, we'll be demonstrating how to use any of the models on your leaderboard to actually make predictions on the NCAA bracket. So in this case, we'll look first at this starred model, and we'll be working on the Predict tab. And you'll see in this case, I've already made predictions about 2 hours ago, and I can download those predictions. So let's take a look at the file that was uploaded and the file that was downloaded, and then we'll actually use a different model to make those predictions, and we'll be able to compare. So let's take a look at the file that was uploaded. One of the files provided in the preliminary drop is this ESPN estimate. Don't use this file to make your final predictions. This file was created on March 7th based on who ESPN was projecting to be in the tournament at that time. You'll see 32 different known pairings for the first round. Then you start to see many more possibilities for the second round and the third round. When you get down to the finals, there is an option here or a row here for every possible meeting of two teams in the finals. So this entire file contains about 2,000 games that could happen. The file we were just looking at was generated from this file, which again was that estimate on March 7th. So as soon as the real bracket is announced on Selection Sunday, we'll update this file, we'll update the linked file, and we'll be able to send that out to you. But for now, you can use it to practice. If you haven't already, you'll want to take the file Tourney 2002 ESPN Estimate and upload it to the AI catalog. We'll be asking our model to make predictions for all 2,000 of these possible games that could happen. The output you'll receive will look something like this. There are ways to have DataRobot include the other columns so you know which teams this prediction corresponds to, but in case yours looks just like this, all you need to do is go back to the estimates, copy all of these columns, and paste them alongside. Then I like to use Excel's conditional formatting to apply to that prediction. And now I can take a look at the predictions for any given team. My son goes to the University of Arizona, so I've been using that team to check the accuracy of my predictions. Looks like Arizona is predicted to win against any of these possible opponents. Note that Arizona can be in the Team 1 or in the Team 2 column. So let's go through the process of generating these predictions. I've already generated predictions from this model, so let's generate predictions from a different one. I'm quite interested in how my feature lists based on subject matter expertise are performing, especially since I took care to make these feature lists symmetric. That's one of the challenges that you'll run into, is that sometimes Team 1 always beats Team 2, and it just has to do with what order you've listed them because your features aren't symmetric. Let's use this model, and we'll go to the Predict tab. Here I can choose a file from the AI catalog. DataRobot is already anticipating that I want to use this file, but we'll go ahead and add it from the AI catalog just to show the process. It'll take a few moments to upload the data set, and it's going to verify that you have all of the required columns. You may have noticed in this ESPN estimate file that there are columns containing nothing but NAs off to the right. That's because DataRobot expects that every column that was in the training file is provided at scoring time, even if that column just contains NAs or blanks. If you're getting an error message, try adding additional columns for any of those missing features. Once the dataset is uploaded, you'll be able to compute predictions. You will be in a queue behind other users, so depending on the prediction volume, you may have to wait a little bit. That wasn't too bad, and now I can download my predictions. This is going to send the predictions to my downloads folder, and from the downloads folder, I can open them up in a tool like Excel. Okay, here are my predictions. I'm going to need to add in the meaning, and now you can use this file to fill in your bracket. We'll add a little bit of color coding and say that Alabama really does meet South Dakota State in the first round. Our model is predicting that South Dakota State will win because this prediction is from the point of view of Team 1 or Alabama. So we're saying that Alabama is going to win with a 47.5% probability, which means that South Dakota would win with a 52.5% probability. That's part of what makes March Madness so crazy, is we've got a lot of predictions near 50%, but we've also got predictions here in the 80s and 90s or down in the 20s where the outcome is much more likely to go as expected. Have fun building models and making predictions. And I hope that your bracket doesn't get busted early.